Hello. Hi,
Oh,
everybody.
Helen says, happy 2/20/2022. Say
Yes,
that.
all the twos, right? Just wait 2 days from now, it'll be 2022.
Excellent
So,
numbers.
right? Can't be
Yeah.
right.
Yes. Wait
So,
till, try to say that really fast.
no.
No.
So, look, everybody, we got Andrea with us today, joining Debbie and I. So, that's a treat. So, thank
Yeah.
you, Andrea,
Thank you
for
for
coming on.
inviting me.
Oh, pleasure. Such a treat. So yeah, it almost feels like something to do. I mean, on your channel, you do the whole dream meetup and everything like that. And I'm totally into dreams, and of course Debbie is as well. It just seemed like it was a suited thing to have us all three of us together to kind of
Mhm.
do this. That's really cool. Um, so I guess I'm sure everybody already knows, but if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your dreams, your dream experiences and stuff.
Yeah, I'm super excited to hear your story and how
Yeah.
you got hooked into dreams.
Vivid dreamer since a child, and reoccurring dreams of flying, just incredible dreams as a child. And that's always stayed with me. I've also had premonition dreams where I dream about, often it's been about people in my family or people I know, and then it comes true, sometimes not great stuff. And then I've had, I don't know, I don't remember having too many premonitions about world dreams, but maybe a few, or just didn't pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then when you try to talk about your dreams to your family, they're like, "Oh my God, please, what are you like? You don't care."
I've run into that too. It's hard to find I told Debbie one time, I was like, I'm so glad I have a dream buddy. I've never really had a dream buddy because nobody wants to hear it and it's hard to explain and and all that
Some
stuff.
of them are really important and they
Yeah.
should be listened to.
Mm-hmm.
And so always, dream all the time. And then I started trying to tell myself to dream about stuff. So I find when I'm just about falling asleep and just waking up in those moments, that time frame is when I get my most information. So let's say, I'll say, what is the universe? And I'll fall asleep and I'll find out just in that time, but then I'll forget. But I know that it's happening, but other stuff I do remember. So
Mm-hmm.
I find that for time frame for me is really important, falling asleep and waking up.
So you are really good at setting that intention
Yeah.
before you go to sleep.
Yeah. And because if I'm wondering about something, I'll just ask it and see if I can find out while I'm sleeping or falling asleep.
I love that.
Well,
And then
I always think it's just I feel it's just another avenue for spirit team to reach out to you.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense that you've been experiencing this since the childhood because you're sensitive, you're a psychic medium. So, at that time you didn't know you could just chit chat with your guides. So they're going to.
It was a two-way conversation, just kind of one.
Right.
And I feel like in that time when you're falling asleep, the rest of your brain is a lot more quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think you can get the information, right? Because you're not thinking about what am I going to have for dinner? Did I pay my rent? Those simple thoughts.
Right.
Cloud our brain. And so, yeah, always fascinating dreams. Love to hear people's dreams. And then during a show, I got a download saying about a dream meetup. And I'm like, what am I getting? What?
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
So that was to get all of us to, when I do them, host them, let's say, I pick a color, a shape, and a location, because some people have a little bit of trouble trying to figure out or concentrate on something as they're falling asleep. So they have the option to pick. And if you see any of that in the dream, then you've been part of the dream meetup. And then we do a live recap afterwards the next day and see what everybody went through. It's fascinating. It's been fascinating.
Are you finding that the longer you're doing that on your channel, more people are starting to say, oh, okay, I'm picking up on this, and it's making
and I think more people are feeling comfortable to say something. And then it's also great if someone will say something and then just instantly you're like, oh yeah, I remember that too, right?
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's important in the morning to remember or draw your dream at least.
It absolutely is building your muscles there.
Yeah.
Right. And the more you do it, the more
it's just like practicing anything, right? Yeah.
Wayne says my dreams are usually just annoyingly bizarre.
Well, I'm wondering if how other people are like you can have I've had reoccurring dreams through my life, like certain things that I remember. But I'm saying like in the last less than a year, I'll say 6 months, I keep having these reoccurring dreams of my life in places I've lived before, but it's like a fractured version or an alt version. So like the same kind of people are there and the same job. And it's just like, but it's different.
It's a different setting each time.
Different setting, maybe some different people. And I'm like, why do I keep dreaming about all of this? So am I peering into other universes, or is it just random memories? But it's different. It's not exact, right? It's
Interesting.
I don't know what's going on, and it keeps happening.
Right when you sang it right off, it made me feel like it's something where it's going to keep happening till you figure it out almost.
Oh yeah,
that's why that's why it's doing that.
I was thinking to do what you are saying is to ask some questions in the dream, because I think a lot of times I play the passive role and just watch. So
yeah, get in there.
I'm going to get in there and be like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Why am I
now?
Here?
Why?
Admittedly, something that I'm not good at is journaling this stuff. I do retain pretty well, but I do kind of wish I had a really detailed record so I could go back and say, okay, yeah, on March I did this exact same dream and that kind of stuff. So, it's like, do as I say, not as I do. Everybody journal your stuff. That's the way to do it. But
and also sketching it. Like I sketched a couple dreams and I just saw one and I opened the book and I saw the picture. I went right back to it. I could remember the whole dream. Because you drew out some of the components of it. So I'm going to start dream journaling. Figure this all out.
I hear it. With my billion dream books over there, I also have a billion dream journals. Half of them are empty, but I did journal for a long time, many, many years ago, until it kind of became something that I could literally ebb and flow within my dreams. So I didn't have to journal when I woke up. But I'm curious, Andrea, do you want to share your dream that you keep having?
Well, it's just like I said, there's two places I worked for a very long time, two separate places, and had really good friendships, had lots of fun. And I keep dreaming about those two places, but they're just different. Like they look different, but I know it's that place, or like it looks the same, but there's some different people. And I know it feels like it's on a different timeline.
And it feels like you're on a different timeline. Okay. So, but what did you feel like in the dream?
Fine. I was happy. Well, and it's getting to the point now. I'm starting to be like, why am I still coming here?
Oh, okay.
I felt like I've quit this job years ago. Why am I still coming here?
So it's always just a routine dream. It's like, here we go again.
Stay at the office, stay at the restaurant, I don't understand why it's happening. I mean, there were fun times, but it's too often. And
Debbie, that does kind of sound like the whole she needs to get in there kind of thing, doesn't it? Kind of.
Well, the reason I'm just having to kind of break it down because that's how you're going to figure out. So in the dream, you're usually just watching from afar.
I would say in these dreams, I'm probably more active because I know them. Like I'm interacting, I'm talking with people. So like one job I had for 5 years and one was, almost 9 years. And it's those, I don't know why. And the location of each, the city of each is also very vivid. So I don't know. Am I missing my old friends?
Well, that's why I'm asking you how you feel.
Yeah, but you never wake up feeling a loss or a fear or
No. I just keep wondering why I keep dreaming about them.
That's okay, but before you started wondering why, what you need to know, like the feelings. Keep an eye out for who's in the dreams with you and what you're doing, and when the dream ends? How does like all these things play a part to finding out kind of what the message is coming through?
I think with the restaurant dream, my best friend at the time, my best friend at that stage of life, she passed away about 5 years ago, I think, and she's often there. So I don't know if I'm talking with her. Maybe she's telling me something. I don't know. But maybe it's time for me to start asking her, hey, why am I here? Like, what are we doing? And it's all
Yeah.
our old friends are there. Like everyone that work, like not everyone, but a lot of them are there.
If you can, when you're in there, definitely try to communicate a little bit.
And so what, since you brought her up, and when you remember her, who was she to, if you could say like what comes to your mind and heart when you think of her? Is it joy? Is it
like I will start crying. So she was really instrumental in my life.
Instrumental. Okay.
Really good friend. And I just adore her. And, you know, we both lived in the big city at the same time when we were just young gals, and we met at a acting class or whatever it was, Second City Improv, I think. And we just were great friends. And then, you know, life takes you in some different ways. And then unfortunately she got sick, and she did.
Did you start having this dream after she passed?
Well, I've had these dreams, I would say last 6 months, quite strong.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay. And what's really cool is that when she passed, I knew it was happening. I woke up in a full panic and tried to get a hold of her, and I couldn't. And I got a hold of our other friend who didn't get back to me, which I thought was weird. And she was actually passing at the time. Right. And then about a week later, I was in my apartment and the windows were closed. Sorry, I didn't need to get emotional already.
It's okay. It's fine.
And like the windows were closed and everything. And I was standing in my apartment, and this breeze just blew through. My hair even went back. Just whew. And I'm like, that was her. I knew it was her. And when she went through me, she said, don't be sad. Everything's okay. And to tell the other, like, because we were a good group of friends, let them know too. So I immediately told them, but it was so powerful. So
is that the group that's also in your dream?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, I can tell you right now, but you know, with our whole family here.
Is it private? Is it scary?
No, it's not scary at all. But I mean, it is personal. So.
Okay, well, maybe we'll do it behind the scenes.
I thought maybe.
Understood.
But anyways, yeah, it's what a beautiful dream. And beautiful that you get to see her every time. Isn't that great?
Yeah, and I wake up and, you know, you feel that emotion like, oh, I just saw my friend. And, you know.
And thank you for telling us that too. That's a big deal.
Dreams are powerful, guys. Dreams are powerful.
Yes, very much so.
It definitely is, Tracy. Connie's listening and driving.
Thank you, Connie.
It's interesting that I'm dreaming about two places I worked and lived. So is that an emotional thing? Do I miss my friends, or is it just messages, or is it just something fun to do? But I also been feeling lately with my dreams, and not those in particular maybe, but I feel like exhausted when I wake up. Like I've been working.
You're doing some work. Yeah, for sure.
We've all been working our ass off in our dreams lately.
You feeling it too? You wake up and you're like, was I just working for 9 hours? Or
yes.
We've all been collecting.
It's exhausting.
Right now. Yeah.
You wake up even more tired.
Yeah. And so a couple nights I've been saying, hey man, can I have a break? Like, I don't want to work tonight. Can I just sleep?
Night off.
Night off.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we're doing, but I would imagine it's something.
That's very true.
Level, right?
Here's something.
Okay. I feel like up above, Lisa, you missed someone who wrote in a dream.
Pam?
Before Pam.
Before Pam.
I think it was before Pam. Yeah, it was before Pam. Yeah. But
I don't
I
know.
love Smiling Heart is talking about, her mom showing up in her.
I've been chitter chatting.
Dragonflies. Ah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's the other thing is to, once your mind is open, you can start looking for symbols and signs. Because dreams can be what do you call it? Metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
They don't have
absolutely.
to be literal, like, yeah.
My spirit team loves to give me metaphor dreams, and I'm like, what does this mean?
There's one I've had since a kid reoccurring, and that's tornado dreams. I get tornado dreams when I'm stressed. I figured out that's what that is when I'm stressed. And the tornadoes are whipping all around. They never touch me, but they're all going around. And I figure, oh, that's when I'm stressed.
Totally out of control of the chaos.
Here's something Tracy was saying to you, Andrea. She and you both bring that memory back for you when you're needing the most. You're looking for her. No.
Okay, at 5:13, Chris MK wrote.
513. Oh, that's way up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's someone I could trust, undeniably.
Here we go. Dreamed recently I was somewhere prison where men were being taken out and awful things being done. I was to be next. Suddenly I'm in audience watching, but knowing I'm dreaming. To be continued.
That sounds very tense.
Yeah.
It's like out of your control of what's happening to you, right? So when you break this down, it's like, where in your life do you feel you see other people being taken advantage of too? It's like, oh my God, like the system is not working well here. And it's awful, and you're caught, and there's nothing you can do about it. And so you would look into your life, Chris, and look around and see where in your life you're feeling that way, and where you're feeling out of control of what's being done, and possibly like you're next. You know what I mean? So check that out, and you can kind of pinpoint where you're feeling stress about. But the good thing about this dream is you were to be next, but then suddenly you weren't next, were you? You were put in the audience where you were just kind of watching this play out.
So not a victim.
It's like its own little defense mechanism there. Yeah.
It's almost like you're not going to be a victim. Don't worry, but it does. It is scary. Yeah. Cool.
Here's something from Pam B.
My grandfather gave me that message after he died. I was distraught, and he was the first close relative who passed. I heard him tell me he was fine and not to cry. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Aw. Yeah, that's so amazing.
Here's something from Seascape. I was at a dead friend's party. People in the past and recent. A man came to me, looked like James Taylor in the old days, long hair, young. It was Jesus.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That is powerful. I've had one Jesus dream that was just, once you have one of those, you're like, wow, woo, that's a whole lot of dreaming right there. That's pretty powerful.
Yeah. Here's something from Mama Bear. My husband last night was dreaming and yelled out, "You don't need an effing job." I asked him what he was dreaming about. He doesn't remember. Well, I'm sure that was fairly shocking.
That's always startling, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously he's trying to give someone maybe some advice.
Yeah, I guess so, right? And here's Austin. As a child, I used to have a recurring dream that would really scare me, where I would wake up in the back of a car that's driving and no one is in the driving seat. This is really unsettling. That's almost that out of control thing too, right?
Right. And usually if you're looking at cars and like that, it's kind of talking about the path that you're on, like your journey, like what you're journeying on, your life path, type of thing. And so at the time as a child, so you were a child, you didn't feel in control of where your life was being guided and led. And it must have been a little bit scary for you. What was happening in the physical, and it was playing out in your dreams. So, and it doesn't have to be, because I noticed that it doesn't have to be something huge and big in real life that you're feeling out of control about or whatever. But you knew when you were younger, it was just like, I want to be able to stay up till 8 o'clock at night or whatever. I want to stay up past my bedtime if I want to. You know, it could be as little as that, but you have a dream like this. You know what I mean? Because you're feeling not in control.
And I still hang on to sometimes think about what you saw. Did you see a movie before you went to bed or something on TV, or did you have a weird conversation with someone? Because sometimes I can actually transfer stuff that way.
Pizza.
Yeah, right.
Oh, it's peanut butter for me. If I have peanut butter before bed, I'm going to have every kind of weird dream in the world.
See? Yeah.
So no peanut butter after 7 p.m.
No peanut butter for Andrea. Let's see here. Heather said last night she dreamt of a contest that a guy was trying to find a bird cage with a hidden golden egg. He never found it. A searching dream.
Contest that a guy was trying to find a bird cage.
And who was the guy?
Bird cage.
Is there someone in your life trying to, you're concerned about someone who's not going to be able to do what they want? Like if your son was applying for a job or something like that. I don't know. Sounds like an interesting dream, though.
It does.
It is very interesting. So Heather, taking a look at this, you break it down, right? You remember? So contest. So contest, you would take out of the sentence. So there's some kind of contest going on that some guy, do you recognize the guy or not? But some guy is trying to find a bird cage. So a message that's been put, some kind of message that has been put away because the bird cage, right? So you have that cage, that message is kind of locked away. So the contest to find a locked message that was hidden in a golden egg. So the golden egg is like, the golden egg is like a magical thing, right? So what is this magical message that's hidden? And then you take it, so magical message hidden, and then you go back to contest. So what is this like where you're up against someone else trying to get the message? Or
she said, have no idea who the guy was. I was told a number 449 would give a clue.
449. Wow. Okay.
Number.
So that's the number 8, which is, again, that's abundant. That's a money number, right? Number 8.
And infinity.
And it's infinity.
So
and
golden egg and the money number. Interesting. So
yeah.
Finances, treasure.
Yes. So looking at those clues, Heather, can you kind of tap into, because it's you're the only one that has the reference to it, right?
It could be related to finances in real life, if there's anything going on with that,
or what is the golden egg to Heather? What is it? Like, is it like a spiritual awakening somewhere? And then you add to that contest. So you're up against others in this as well. So that's interesting too. So
she said, I would love that gold egg right now.
Right? So, but it's funny. This is one of those metaphor situations that Andrea was talking about. And it's just like, how do you break this down? What is the gold? What is magical message. To me, that's receiving messages. You know, you obviously are metaphysical, and you are psychic. And so what is this? Is this some expansion here? Or are you waiting for that one message of some sort, you know, like that? So I feel like it's connected to your expansion in your intuitive stuff. There were judges and one was Sharon, but there was too many bird cages. Yeah, so I feel like it has to do with your whole being part of the psychic arena.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for, like, what is your niche, right? That
Mhm.
what is your niche?
It's got a lot of depth to it.
It does. Don't you love it?
It's a great
It
one.
does.
I want to know what's the golden egg.
I know. Spit, right? You need to know.
Right.
I had a dream a few nights ago that Elon Musk can't feel anything, like emotions, and he was plugged in. And he had me in his house, lived in a little corner of his house, so that he could feel things, because I guess I'm an empath. So and he had all this different stuff going on in his house so he could watch it, but he couldn't feel it. Very strange dream.
Oh, that is strange.
But he was plugged in, like he had a cord that he plugged in. Like
That
he's a robot or
was
something.
amazing.
Heather did say, I agree, Debbie. I was told I was a medium yesterday and I tried figuring it out before bed.
There you go.
Yep. Well, that's your golden egg.
There's your golden egg. So that's going to expand for you. So that's exciting.
Yeah, that's a wonderful golden egg.
Yeah. I wanted to, because I have this deck, and I have a golden egg in this. Oh, there it is. Here's the golden egg.
Oh, there you have it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And the golden egg in this deck is all about introspection and listening to your heart. And that in this dream would definitely help you expand whatever. But anyway, yeah, pretty cool. Love it.
So then could she program herself tonight when she goes to bed and say, take me to the golden egg?
Right. The sequel.
Right.
This is where you work on the sequel.
And that's your area, Andrea. You just
Yes. Yeah, you've got the shape of an egg. Gold is your color. And location. Pick a location where you want to find it, because that's what's missing. You didn't know where it was.
There you go.
So maybe pick a location that's your favorite spot on Earth or in your house or whatever, and dream that you want to find your egg there.
yay. Keep
Love
the
that.
conversation going. See, this is it.
And keep something by your bed to write it down so you don't forget.
Yes. So yeah, in the morning, we are so apt to grab our phones, check messages or whatever. I don't do that. I lie there for a bit and just kind of stay kind of sleepy and say, okay, do you remember anything from last night? What do you remember from your dream? And then try to keep track of it if it stands out to you.
We
Nice.
could all do a gold egg dream, Andrea.
We could.
Yay.
We could find your dream egg. Find your egg together.
It's a golden egg hunt.
We do it for Easter.
Perfect. Bunnies and golden eggs. Oh, here's a Jesus highlight here from Marvita.
Jesus is beautiful, saw his hair multicolor of all colors. Ooh, like that. I love that. So you also, this is like a little microphone. You can put this right next to your bed. It's small. You can just turn it on, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, great.
And set it right down and go like this. You know what I mean? You don't even have to open your eyes.
Because then you don't have to write it down.
Right. Find the pen.
And then you have it all recorded.
And
Age,
here's-
gold, egg.
right. Just draw an egg. There.
Exactly.
Michelle's just sharing here. She's saying she doesn't sleep well. When she does, she kind of passes out.
Yeah.
If she dreams, She
If I
does
dream, I
remember
do
them.
remember them. Okay. If you dream.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's
ask to remember when
ask.
you go to bed. So I want to, or program a dream. Say I want to dream about unicorns and I want to remember it in the morning. See what
Right.
happens.
Let's see here. Prince Charming's mom. 2 nights in a row, I dreamed that my daughter's friend buried someone in her front yard that she had killed.
Oh my God.
Well,
Now that is powerful.
that is 2 nights in a row, too.
And in her front yard.
So it's not your daughter, but your daughter's friend. Okay.
So that's future. Front yard is future. Backyard is from your past. So if she was burying in her backyard, you know that it was something from her past. If she's burying in the front yard, it's future. It's future oriented.
Do you have a suspicion about her friend? Like, is there something you don't trust about her or think?
Right. Is there some conflict there? Or?
Yeah, like, are you sensing something? Because that's a pretty dramatic dream.
Big time trust issue thing.
When you think of your daughter's friend, what words come to your mind, Prince Charming's mom? What words come to your mind? Is she charismatic? Is she a trumper? What comes to your mind when you think of her? This is a big deal because your daughter's friend is a part of you. I don't know.
I don't know the friend.
So is it like you don't know the friend? Because hiding something like that would be like a big secret.
Such deception there.
Deception. So maybe you're just is she having a vibe about the friend? Is your daughter acting strange when she comes home from hanging out with the friend? Is there something you're picking up with one of your other senses that's showing up in your dream state?
Friend. Yeah, so you might know her, but not know her, but your daughter must talk about her as well. So,
and enough about her that it would make you dream more than once about this too.
I just grabbed my daughter and ran in the dream.
You grabbed your daughter and ran. So yeah, you don't
protecting her.
Your daughter. Maybe you need to meet this girl. Say, hey, bring your friend over for dinner. We'll make dinner or have a movie night or something.
Right, and pack heat. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and like then you can get the vibe of her.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued by this one. That's
wow. That's a doozy.
Yeah, definitely has layers.
Yeah, that's definitely worth investigating further a little bit.
Yeah. So Constance says, can dreams of killing relate to parts of ourselves or relationships we are ready to let go of? Yes. That's why I want her to break it down. It might not be as scary as it seems. So a lot of times we'll have these horrific dreams. We're like, oh my God. And when you really break it down, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's totally what's going on here.
Her daughter is 15 years old.
Okay. So, yeah.
Is there a secret you think your daughter has? Is there something your daughter's not telling you?
Yeah, Tracy just said it could represent hidden secrets. So,
yeah,
something.
Yeah, have a chat with your daughter or have them both over for dinner.
I don't think Prince Charming wants her in her house right now. Until we figure out this dream. She's going to be like, really?
Make sure all the doors are unlocked so that you can get out.
Really leery about this.
All right. Let's look at Miss Candy here. I had a dream that I don't remember, but I woke up just completely destroyed and was crying hard.
Oh.
Very emotional night then for you.
Yeah. Those are hard. Especially when you don't remember, Miss Candy, what you dreamed about, but you just know you went through the ringer. And so a lot of times you're working out things at night that you aren't working out during the day. So you can say, thank you, guides, for helping me work that one out, and that I didn't have to do that one on my own, right?
Yeah, I'm wondering, did it feel cathartic? Like after you woke up and you're crying and you feel, oh, did you somehow feel better like the next day? Or like maybe you subconsciously have addressed something? Pushed through something that you weren't able to do consciously?
And do you two feel like this is one where she'd want to do a sequel on, you know, to revisit?
Oh, if you want, yeah, that's,
set those intentions before she goes to sleep the next time. And
you know, I actually did. She did feel better. So I would thank my spirit team for helping you through that stuff that you hadn't worked out in your waking hours that was building up in you. Rather have it happen in my sleep than having it, right?
Sherry H.
Well, anyway.
Oh, did she say something else?
Miss Kenny, no, I'm just. Oh, see, I think it was working through my current traumas and past life traumas. Yeah. Well, giving you a big hug.
Yeah.
Cindy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Release.
So Sherry dreamt that she went to NOLA to see an old friend, and while there ran into a production company filming, and she met Sandra Bullock, who was riding around on a scooter in the parking lot.
Well, that's just a fun dream.
That's a great dream.
Sounds like a damn good time.
Sounds awesome.
What's NOLA? Is that North LA?
No, that's like
New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
Oh, New Orleans. Okay.
And yeah, actually it's Mardi Gras right now, right, Sherry?
Ooh, fun. That sounds like such a fun dream.
I know. We all want to get in that one. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Melinda.
I mean, she could really break that down if she wanted to. If you wanted to break that down and figure out a message, you could. But anyway, on the Atlantic Dream meetup, my son jumped into my dream. Jean's son psychic said we run in the pack of wolves at night. He had no idea about the dream meetup. Oh, interesting.
So your son met you in the dream meetup and he didn't know about it. Wow. So are you psychically connected to your son? Have you had other experiences where he would know what you were thinking or doing?
If I remember correctly, I think her son is super, super intuitive too. So they've got a serious connection. And
this other psychic says that they run in the pack of wolves at night together. So
that sounds like fun too.
Right?
Yeah.
He's a seer, Melinda.
Sure. Okay. So he saw what you were doing and he jumped right on in.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
This is so much fun. Thank you for having me here. This is
great.
I love it.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Yeah. Seriously.
It's so much fun to talk about dreams. We're people who want to talk about dreams.
Exactly.
Oh, it's the best. It's the best. I don't know if this is a follow-up from Sherry. I'm just getting another one that Sherry was sharing about. I never remembered my dreams until in the last month or so. I asked my spirit guides to help me remember my dreams if they were important. I forgot to ask them to make it make sense.
Well, we actually could break down that other dream, but I kind of like it just how it sits.
Yeah. All right.
Well, I was kind of thinking, do you think it's Sherry's own celebrity, her own fame?
Yeah. Right. So then they're like, so Sandra Bullock, who, when you think, again, it's like, when you think of Sandra Bullock, what do you think of?
What does that represent for her?
What does that represent for you? And then a scooter, that's movement, that's progress, that's moving forward in something. So
and the production company. So it just feels like there's a bit of fame there or something.
Yeah, there's a little bit of something opening up there for you, Sherry. Are you thinking about doing some kind of YouTube where you add a NOLA feeling to it? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Has your own feel to it. And what is NOLA to you? So what does New Orleans mean to you?
Hmm.
So you put all those things together, and there you have your message. It's waiting for you, because the reason why they're saying it can move forward is because of that scooter. And a scooter is great. It's like you go at your own speed, so to speak. It's
And
not.
it feels whimsical and fun also.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, very whimsical. It's not as fast as a car, so you get to just kind of have fun with it and not worry as much.
Lack of restrictions, a lot of freedom with that.
Yep.
Back to what Melinda was saying about the wolf pack and stuff. She said that, I think she said her son's son howls like a wolf all the time. That's interesting.
Awesome.
Okay, let's go here.
Wholesomeness. Oh, that's Ed. Ed says
For Sandra Bullock.
That Ed said that for him, but he didn't have the dream. So
okay. And Tracy just wants to say she just loves dream time. She has many psychic and mediumship visits, predictions, and past life messages. I totally love dream time.
Yay. Yeah.
I do love, except for when you feel like you're working all night.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So when did that start? When did you guys start noticing you felt like you were working all night? I'm terrible with dates, and you know me, I don't know what today is or tomorrow, but
with me, it's off and on. Usually it's if I'm experiencing a lot of stress during the day. I don't outwardly exhibit my stress often, and I think I deal with it when I'm sleeping.
When you're sleeping. And has that been like in the last 10 years, 1 year, 1 month?
Oh, that's been probably since my teens with that. Yeah. So I know when I get up like that, there's shit I need to pay attention to that I'm either procrastinating on or I'm just not addressing it. So
can you click on Sherry's?
On whose?
Sherry's.
Let's see.
Because I'm feeling like it's recent for me, whatever recent is, a couple months, I don't know, where I feel like I'm working while I'm sleeping, doing something psychic or next level.
Yeah. I think we move in stages of that, and you're recognizing it now because you're totally into dreams right now. So you're recognizing it more, but we do go in stages when there's like, especially through the shift, we're being called into other things. I mean, if you can imagine, we've lived how many lives, right? So we have all these. So that just tells you we have all these different, like if someone, another medium, let's say, someone goes to this medium and says, I want to meet my great-great-grandmother. Well, what if I was that great-great-grandmother? I would come to them still, right? But I'm right here. So it's really, it's just so out there for us to understand. So when there's a huge, we're all connected, and as a collective, we're going in and making change in this shift, this global shift in the universe is going, and we're doing all these connecting things. There's work to be done right now, and it's a big deal. So you're going to notice it more, I think, now.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do they have to bother us? We're here in this density experience, but we're still connected.
That's who we were before.
Well, I've also noticed that I think
who we will be. So I'm telling you.
I think a lot of the weird dreams too it's just this community. I think we've all gotten to know each other, and I think that we all feel what's going on in the world, what's going on with each other. Yeah. And I think sometimes even that causes a lot of that when we're sleeping too.
Yeah.
Even doing readings,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
she
agree. Yeah.
is going to start her channel. Yes.
Right. So she is starting her channel. NOLA is the location is because my friend has been living in Florida, is moving back to NOLA. So that moving back into something that is moving back that's familiar and feels good to you, right? So this, I feel like this is a really good connection for you, Sherry. You starting your YouTube channel, I feel this is going to be really good for you. And again, however you think of Sandra Bullock, that plays its part in there too. And then it's going to move along fine for you. It sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody's saying great stuff. I'm like clicking my little buns off over here. Let's see here. Here's something from Tracy Ralph. I have many psychic and mediumship visits, predictions, and we already did that.
Yeah.
Already did that. All right.
It's still really good though.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really good. Here's Karina. I used to have a recurring dream that I was going up in an elevator and the doors would open and I would be above the clouds.
Ooh,
That
that's
sounds like
that is definitely leveling up. That's expansion.
Yeah.
That is absolutely expansion. Awakening and expansion.
Broadening, awake. Yeah.
That's you guys fly in your dreams too. That also is a spiritual expansion.
I did a ton of that as a kid. I was flying all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I'm like, why am I dreaming about flying?
It feels so good though, right?
It feels so good. It feels so good.
A lot of awakening moments.
All right. Well, let's see.
I've also, when I started the dream meetup, I also had the understanding that we're supposed to start utilizing our dream space, like as a form of communication with each other, to be able to meet up. So I think we'll need it later, or it's something we've used in the past that we're going to use later. So
I love that because, what if there's a time when, let's say literally we want to meet somewhere and we can't. Like if the
internet went down,
the internet goes down, and we need to, whatever.
We could meet up and tell each other what was going on in our individual.
Tell each other what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Right?
I
love that. All right.
And don't worry, if you're not flying, it doesn't mean you're not having that expansion. It's just one way to show that you are.
Right.
People are like, I dreamed I was flying when I was little, but not anymore. It just means it.
And that's important to point out too. That's a good point. Because I've seen other people say stuff like that when they were younger, they could do this and now they can't. And that's definitely not saying that it's not happening. You just might not be remembering it, or it's coming out a different kind of a way.
Mm-hmm.
Like your adult version of that is portraying itself in a way different manner than what you remembered as a kid. So I think that happens sometimes too. Wayne said, I used to have a recurring dream of walking and meeting an invisible resistance holding me back. The harder it fought, the harder it resisted.
No.
Now, Wayne mentioned earlier he's prone to a lot of nightmares too, I believe, is what he had in there.
Or weird dreams, he said. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of little freaky dreams.
You think that was like a portal or something, or
resistance?
Almost stepping through into something else, but it was pushing him back. Maybe not ready to step through.
Interesting, yeah.
Hang on, let me scroll down a little bit, guys.
So trying to progress in something, and you're walking, it's your journey, it's your path or whatever, and it's like, not yet. That's interesting. That would be very frustrating though, Wayne. It's like, not yet. You're
Right.
you're getting ahead of yourself here. Getting ahead of yourself. It feels like, yeah. I have dreamed of UFOs for years.
Ooh.
In
Here we
reality,
go.
they'll definitely start showing themselves in your dreams.
I've been hearing lots of people saying they're having ET dreams.
Didn't I just tell you I had one yesterday?
You did. Yes, you
I
did.
have to look it up. I have to look at what I told you because I totally forgot now.
Yeah, I've had a couple in the last. I've had two. I don't know if they were dreams or if I was awake. I think I was awake, but I'm going to say I was dreaming in the last month, and two doozies last year, where I could see them and other people couldn't. You know, they were cloaked. They're already here. They're cloaked. Like you don't see them, but then I could see them somehow.
Pamela Shin wants to know when the next dream meetup is, Andrea.
Ooh, I got to schedule one. Got to schedule one.
Hopefully soon.
Here's one from Renee. She had a dream about the virtual community center.
Ooh, there you go.
That would be so cool.
That was one of those dreams you didn't have to break down. It was all laid out.
Right.
And shout out to Renee for creating that community space.
Yes, thank you so much.
That's a good question, Mark. You should start his question.
All right, let me get over to that side there.
Smiling heart. Wednesday, I was laying on my right side, and behind me in my bed was me laying in the same position. Whoa. So you saw you were yourself, and yourself was also behind you. Were you like spooning? Were you trying to take care of yourself? Like hug your...
Right. What was the interaction with yourself there? Yeah.
Yeah. Did you feel anything? Did you see anything else? Did you sense? Did the other you say anything or do anything? You were comfy. Smiling Hearts said they were comfy.
She said we weren't touching.
I was comfy.
You've got your own back, says Constance. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wow, that's really cool.
That is cool.
Callie said
it could also mean something else, but I'll leave it lay.
Oh, well, they'll say, or you don't want to.
Well, I mean,
repeat.
I guess I don't understand. Was this a dream and she saw this? Or this was a
Smiling Heart, that one?
Yeah, Wednesday I was laying on my right side behind me in my bed. It doesn't say it was a dream. So if it's not a dream, then
were you dreaming, smiling?
Oh, I thought it was a dream.
I thought it was cool and felt right. Good. Felt light. Good. That's good.
Miss Candy. In a dream, I met the parents of the man I'm seeing. Both passed. And in the dream, they passed to me baby boy clothes and feeling of happiness and acceptance of me and our relationship.
Whoa.
Huh. So you got the approval from the other side, right?
Yeah, totally.
And are you going to have a baby boy?
Absolutely. Or they're like, we're handing you our baby boy. You take care of him. You have our baby boy. You take care of him. Yeah, totally, Miss Candy.
Aw.
That's exactly. There's nothing really to break down there. It's exactly as you see it. Here you go. Take care of our baby boy.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Aw. Smiling Heart thinks she was half asleep.
Yeah.
Uh,
So a lot of times in that space, It's interesting you got to see that, because again, we do go travel and do stuff. So that part of you that travels was tired. She's like, nope, I'm laying right here with you. Right?
Aw.
It's not the only time they've come to me. That's cool, Miss Candy. It won't be the last either. I mean, they'll keep checking in because you're sensitive. You hear them. They know that you receive messages. So
Here's a good 45 one.
I had a dream where Trump came over to shake my hand, but I verbally ripped into him. Such a great week. We all want that dream.
All righty. That's all you did? That's awesome.
Well, it's good. You got those words out of your body, right?
Yes.
Ah.
All right. Hypnicity. I dreamed of my grandma's passing the night before it happened. We lived in different states, so we weren't close, but it was a rotten experience.
Yeah, that's happened to me too. That's when you dream of something like that, someone close to you, and then it happens. It's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's tough.
It's meant to prepare you. Your guides are helping to prepare your heart to kind of be a part of the transition. And even though it's so hard and a hard experience, you got to be a part of that transition. So, yeah.
And if you want to, because I think Debbie, you touched on this, but Pamela said, talk about that more and going from past life dreaming to present. Earlier, you had said something about shifting between past life dreaming to present or something like that. I don't know if you have anything more to throw out there on that, but there you go.
Past life dreaming to present dreaming. I mean, I feel like it kind of intermingles. But if you're still working on things from past life, you're going to have that intermingling.
They kind of fold over each other, don't they?
Yes, fold. That's a good way to put it. Fold over. Front yard, backyard. Front yard is your backyard is past. So if you're looking out at the backyard.
Here's something from Ed. As a child, I had what I considered a nightmare. It featured a church fundraising carnival wheel. On the wheel, there were scary masks. It would spin and stop over and over. Your take?
Ed.
Well, did you feel creeps about the church you went to?
It's like everybody has masks on. Who could you trust? Who was real? No, you didn't trust anybody, and it seems like they were all wearing. They weren't being authentic.
Sounds like definitely like a facade like situation.
Yeah, you knew something wasn't right. The surface wasn't right, whatever someone was presenting or situation.
Hey, beautiful.
Hi.
I see you. I see you. Yes, I do.
It's
Bo. Hi, Bo.
Yeah. That's Bo's side, right? Bo likes this side.
Bo goes right and Arrow goes on my left shoulder.
Right.
It's funny how they each picked a shoulder.
Perfect.
Hey, hi, beautiful Bo. Yeah, we see you. We see you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to hang out.
Ed said, love church. Debbie, I never thought of it that way. Thanks.
That's okay. If you loved it, you were sensing whatever as a kid.
Constance loves flying dreams. You guys might have said something about that, and I'm just now seeing it, though. I don't know.
Sensation of lifting onto the balls of my feet, knowing I can rise at will. Isn't that awesome? Yeah.
Can you guys make yourself fly, or does it just happen to you? Are you able in your dream to just say,
See, now
"I feel like flying"?
that's a good point, Lisa, because if you look back over your lifetime of dreams of flying, there's been times when it's been really hard to get off the ground and really be able to kind of see from that higher perspective, or be in that higher perspective, be in that enlightened perspective in something. And as a kid, you know, we're like, oh, we just used to fly in our dreams, and it was so easy, you know, we just boom and we're flying. Well, because it's just so easy to trust and believe and in magic, so to speak. But yeah, no gravity. That's so if you're having a hard time getting off the ground, some people have said, I think in the chat too, that hard time getting off the ground, and or they have to do the breaststroke to stay up. I mean, that's a tough stroke to use. You know what I mean? To kind of stay flying. So, I mean, you all can look at that too and understand, kind of like spiritually coming with that understanding. If you're just flying and soaring, then that perspective is you're aligned so well. It takes a little, if you're putting more effort into it, it's just like that's a symbol for you to understand. Okay, I'm not trusting here. I'm not fully trusting. Mm-hmm. And so in whatever this perspective or soaring or whatever, eagle eye type of thing. Thank you, Melinda. So yeah.
That's one of my little special tricks I can do. If I have a falling dream, I can make myself just fly.
Wow.
I curve and go up.
I love how active you are in your dreams. I think I never realized that. I've just kind of been there watching or whatever, but you like take charge.
I kind of play around in there. I really do.
Yeah.
That's fun. When it's that kind of when it's not a stress thing. But yeah, most of the time it's a good time. It really is. Here's a good one from Vixen. I dreamt I was led off the edge of a cliff. I was holding someone's hand and I didn't fall.
Wow.
Sounds like someone in your life is there for you.
Yeah, sure. Wow.
For yourself.
Right?
Your higher self, maybe. And, you know, dreams they seem like they're hours and hours, but they're probably moments, aren't they?
Yeah.
But they feel like, oh my God, that dream must have been 4 hours long, and it was probably like 3 seconds.
A nap can be a lifetime.
It's like that movie Inception. Have you seen Inception? Where
yes, I love that movie.
Leo DiCaprio and they go into different dream levels, and each level down is longer than life on Earth, right? So you could go down a level and you're there for 5 minutes, but it feels like 5 days, and another level down and it feels like 2 hours, but it's 10 years.
Right.
Oh. It's a great movie.
It is a great movie.
But it feels like that. Like, how can this dream feel like forever?
And that might be part of the work too, because you're cramming so much activity in a time frame that's small.
Ian says between 12 and 18 seconds.
See?
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow. And you know, you do so much. I don't know.
All right.
Mind is very mysterious.
We're getting like endless stuff here, guys. Do we want to go on to like an hour and a half, or?
I set aside an hour and a half. I'm good.
Okay, cool.
I have my Swedish fish here.
Oh, yum. Jealous. Okay.
I know I'm bad, and everybody in the chat's going to give me.
What do
Yeah.
Swedish fish taste like? I've
Well,
never heard of them.
they
they're
are
gummy
Kind of
bears.
like gummies.
but
Yeah.
they're not as sweet, so that you don't get that ridiculous sweetness, and they're perfect gummy.
And they're not tart either. They're just
No, they're just
enough.
kind of,
Yeah.
just enough. Yeah. And they're shaped like fish.
Mm.
That's why they're called Swedish fish.
I didn't know if it was a cracker or
Oh, gummy.
Oh, like the goldfish?
yeah, like the cheesy cracker or something.
Yeah.
They taste red, Constance. They taste
Taste
red.
red.
They do taste red.
I know, you guys. I know. I shouldn't be eating these.
Oh, but they're so good though.
Deb dreamed of John Edward at a checkout counter. She's admired.
Ooh, I like that.
And
I
it was
like
the
that.
beginning of the spirit communication that we see now. Interesting. Did you talk to him at the counter?
Right. What was that interaction about, Deb?
Wayne says a no Swedish fish judgment zone.
That's right.
Hey, Wayne, thank you.
Oh, is it one of those kind? A special kind of gummy?
Can you imagine? I'm like,
No flair with those gummies.
Regular.
So, wow. So, Deb, are you're building up your mediumship, right? Abilities. I just feel there's something to that awareness for you.
I hope Deb's still here.
I
Oh,
tried.
there she is. I tried.
I feel like that's a thing for you, though. Kind of, I don't know. Checkout counter. What do you guys think of when you think of a checkout counter?
Well, definitely leaving with some merchandise, right?
Yeah.
That's why you're up there. So,
collected things you've wanted. You're checking out. You're
what kind of
moving.
stuff were you checking out? If you were you just roaming around, or are you somebody that doesn't normally go to the store? And this was an unusual setting for you. You usually get stuff delivered to you, or do you actually go to the store a whole bunch right now?
Yeah, I feel like this is something to investigate for yourself, basically, Deb.
Yeah.
I feel like you have, yeah. I feel like this is an area that you can explore in yourself. Check it out.
Get in there.
Get in there.
Here's Giselle. I once had a dream where I went to a higher level and got to visit my deceased Yorkie Dudley. He was young and healthy again. It was awesome.
Yay.
That sounds like a visit for sure, right?
For sure. That was a right out and out visit.
Yeah.
I cherish those dreams so much. I don't want to start crying, but when you see a pet from the past in a dream, I just say, how long can I please have this dream? Please don't wake me up right now. Let me stay here and hang out.
Do you ever wake up and try to go right back into it? Have you ever done that?
I don't know. Maybe. But I just get, you're so emotional. Like, oh.
Yeah.
So, those are the best. They feel so good when you wake up. You're like, ah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, the other night I had a dream that I was in a group of mediums, and we were kind of somewhere. I don't know where we were, but it was a place where there were known entities or ghosts, right? And I think they were all trying to like hear or communicate or like get messages or whatever. And the ghost started to use my voice to talk. Like I could feel it. I'm like,
Whoa.
to use my voice to talk. And then I woke up. So I'm curious to know what the family feels about that dream.
What do y'all think about that? I think something was happening there. But
Yeah.
let's see what they say.
Did
you feel scared when you woke up?
No, it was like, oh, well, that was a new sensation.
That's different. That tickled.
But everybody, they all kind of turned to look at me like, oh, she's like, is that channeling? You know what I mean? Like, I was just weird. I had no idea what to think of it.
Oh, like, were you like speaking in tongues kind of thing? Or do you feel it was one voice coming through?
No, it was like they were going to be used, like they were using my voice to bring a message.
Well, that's what you're doing. Yes.
But it felt like they were literally like.
Sherry said, well, Debbie is a medium. It looks like she tried to say something else too. It might have cut off, but I don't know. She said, Debbie is a medium. Maybe. I don't know.
They do speak through you.
Yeah.
It was different though. It was like
your actual vocal cords.
Yeah. So I came out of it. It was like a new way that they would be communicating.
Tracy said, definitely a psychic dream for you.
Cool.
But yeah, really different. And then what was the other? I was just looking at the text I sent Lisa on it. Oh, I had an in-between sleep and awake vision of an ET. Tunnel vision, like literally. It was like, I literally said, thank you for letting me see that.
Wow.
But it was like literally like they took a tunnel vision thing and let me peek through, absolutely totally clear of this ET. I could literally have someone draw them.
Here's the rest of what Sherry was saying to you.
Was it a gray, a green, a reptilian?
It was kind of a greenish gray. It looked kind of like, I mean, and I know you all are going to go, what? No, I was literally awake when I was in between wake and asleep. And it kind of resembled Yoda a little bit, but it wasn't Yoda. It didn't have the big ears, but it resembled that kind of look. Wow. I'd never seen anything like it before. And I didn't even know if I'm like, is there such a thing? But I knew in the moment, like, oh my gosh, that's real. Like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's something called Hypnagogia. It's the transitional state of consciousness between wakefulness and sleep.
Well, that's my jam.
That is your jam.
That's where I'm about.
It's a hypnagogic state.
Hypnagogic state. I can get a lot of information in that state.
Yeah.
The challenge is to remember it.
Right.
It's kind of like in a meditative state almost, right? Where you're just sort of
you're in, you're out.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear stuff around you. But
I can hear the stuff going on in the house. Yeah. I'm still, yeah.
Do you ever have those times where your part of your mind wakes up, but your body's asleep? That happens to me a lot. So I don't even know what part of me wakes up, but my body's sound asleep. I can feel myself sleeping, but part of my brain is awake and active. Have you guys ever had that? That's trippy.
It's not that sleep paralysis thing, is it? Where your body can't move. You're just seriously just your body is.
I'm asleep. And every time it happens, I'm like, oh, she's still asleep. It's like maybe it's one of, my higher self or something.
I love that.
Do you see yourself sleeping when you do that?
I'm in the body
and
I know it's asleep. And I'm like, oh, look, she's still snoring.
It's like, she's so precious right now.
I can see if you see them all talking. I love it.
All right.
Anyway, so I'm interested to see how this plays out, if there's going to be a new way of communication coming in.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what I got from it. I don't know.
Well, someone else said it's like a confirmation from your peers because you're having a meeting with them.
Oh,
right. I resonated with that. And then when you said it's a new tool or a new way,
yeah, new.
that also clicked.
Do you think it has anything to do with that class you're taking too?
I was wondering about that because that's the kind of,
because you're in that setting where you're surrounded by other mediums, and you
we
guys
are coming together.
Yeah.
So here's the backstory. So I'm doing a forensics class, and we are converging together at the beginning of April, and we'll be working together on this forensic mediumship stuff. So yeah, it could be that. Something to do with that.
Yep.
I don't know.
Hermit says, who's the spirit standing to your left, Debbie? Do you sense anything?
Does it look like a fairy?
Oh no, not the fairy again.
Is it a Swedish fish?
Is it red? Oh,
Can you describe it? Is it a dark mass?
Is it an ET?
Who is?
Does it look like Yoda?
Tell me who you see. Who do you see behind me? It could be a number of people. I'm teasing about the dark mass. I don't have any dark masses in here.
No.
Except the fairy. The Swedish chef.
All right, here we go. Here's Mark.
I see a shadow behind your chair, like your chair shadow. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Mark said, what about sex dreams? Are they just for fun?
All right. Yeah.
All right, Debbie, step up. Let's hear about it.
All right.
Spill the tea.
Sex dreams will come in when there's something lacking in your life. Now, I'm not saying you're lacking in sex. I'm just saying there's something lacking. So depending on like sex dreams. So usually it's not just sex dreams. Who's in the dream with you? Who are you having sex with? So it doesn't mean necessarily you want to be with that person or that you're cheating on that person. Thank you,
Casey.
Blessings to you.
Very generous of you, Casey.
It just means, so it's like that connection that just that connection. It's about that connection, unconditional connection. Sex fills all voids. I don't know about that, but it's used in our dreams, talking about something needing to be fulfilled that's not being fulfilled. It's the easiest way to get our attention because we're all like, whoa,
it's sex.
Wow.
Ian says it can be connected to loneliness. Yeah.
It could. And yes, it is.
Because that connection, it's like such an amazing, beautiful connection between two humans. And so when literally, if you're lacking a connection or you're lacking some connection in your life, it doesn't have to be sex, but just that, I don't know. It's like, no.
I will say though, sometimes sex dreams are about the sex though.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had those for sure. And when you're able to maneuver things in your dreams, that can be fun too.
Lisa's taking it to a whole nother level.
Sorry.
Level.
Hey, the pandemic's been difficult.
Amen.
I'm sorry.
Mark says he asks for them and then he gets them. So you can program those kind of dreams too.
There you go.
When you have those dreams, if you have it with someone like in your life or work with or whatever, and like the next day at work, whatever, you're like,
I have totally done that too. It's like, I can't look at you today. I cannot.
And
No.
it's really not about that person, you guys.
No,
Right.
But then you just feel kind of goofy.
When I was on an ambulance, that was a problem. I would sometimes have a sex dream about whoever my partner was at
Yeah.
that time. And it had
Wow.
nothing to do with
No.
attraction by far. You know, it was just somebody I spent a lot of time with. So that made things awkward the next day. Yeah.
Yes.
But literally it's about a lack of connection somewhere in your life that's being that you're desiring it for it to be fulfilled. If you are, let's say you're married and it's not like you're not having sex with your partner, but if let's say you have a sex dream about someone from your past, you take that someone, you look at that someone, and you go, okay, that someone that person in my life was just a really sweet person who they never pushed my buttons, let's say. So then you know that in your life right now, you're missing that piece. You're missing that connection to someone who doesn't push your buttons, easy to be with, like that. So that's
Right.
what that's about. It's, you know what I mean? You might get some sex in your dream with it, but that's what it's about.
Right.
Well, then I was wondering, because you've said this before, how do you feel about the person in the dream? So same thing. If you dream about someone at work or celebrity, I've never thought of that. How does that person make me feel? What does that person represent? And what energy is that I need or am lacking or something like that? Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that person might have a trait that you really
Yeah.
fond of. It's not that you want to get with them. It's like,
Right.
oh, that's a wonderful quality that I really love, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and Mark, of course, and so if you're having dreams like that and connecting up with your partner who has passed, maybe that's just a beautiful connection you still share.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure.
Love it.
Let's see. Let me get around here a little bit here.
Someone said, sounds like the start of a new show if we were going to go down another avenue.
This is a whole new series.
I never saw the answer of who the spirit was behind me.
Oh, I don't think he ever said unless I missed it.
Oh, yeah, right. The Hermit's Corner.
I think it's the shadow of your chair.
Well, he's a medium too, so maybe he did.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Maybe he did.
Yeah, he's got a channel too.
Hermit's Corner. Dean.
Come here, Bo.
I missed it. If he said anything, I missed it. Sorry, Dean.
Guys, Carol just broke up with all of us. She's gonna try real hard not to dream about any of us.
Uh-oh.
Carol.
Carol.
Tonight. Any of yous.
Here, this is a little off the subject here for you, Debbie. Tell more about that microphone, how you get the recording of all of it, sync to the phone.
Oh, where you got your little
oh, my little thing. Okay, so literally on the bottom of it is you just pull that little button over and it turns it on and you record into it. And then when you're done, it's a USB.
Oh my God.
So you plug it into your computer or whatever, and you can listen to the files.
Is that an Amazon?
On a USB. Yeah, I got this on Amazon, and it's called
Rec
Joy. So record joy. So
Rec Joy.
Typing that in right now.
Same.
Amazon.
Everybody, Rec Joy. Woo.
And you can drop it, and it's just fine.
Yeah, I see that. All right. Juno.
It's outside of the shadow.
Juno had a dream. She flew over another planet low to the ground. She could see buildings that were made out of something that she cannot even describe, but they were beautiful.
Cool.
Ooh,
Can you draw it?
right?
That's a definitely a traveling. Don't you think? I feel like that's a traveling dream, don't you, Andrea? Lisa? Sounds like a traveling dream.
I think so, yeah.
Like an astral travel kind of dream? Yeah.
Oh, so cute.
Bobo.
Bo agrees. Bo said, yeah, it's travel.
Come on back in, Bo. So sweet.
There we go.
Just needs his mom.
Yes, he does. And my babies, they do not care today.
Oh.
I'm on such a weird schedule, or not a weird schedule for a normal person, but for them, they're so used to me being home all the time. They're all off whack on the weekend.
Yeah, they got to figure it out.
Yeah. All
I
right.
was hanging out with the family today. It's Family Day tomorrow in Canada, a stat holiday.
Oh,
Happy Family
nice.
Day.
Did it today.
Oh,
I
nice.
think maybe the boys miss me.
Where were you?
Mom.
Here's a UFO related one, guys.
One UFO was cloaked by a fog bank, but just a part of the rim of the disc was showing. It was huge. I always wondered if my sister saw it.
I saw that kind of thing in a dream where the UFO was in the cloud, but I could see it.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
So it's such an amazing, like, out of your body feeling experience. I would imagine seeing that kind of thing. Hi, Deanne.
All right. It's almost 1:30. If Christina's here, Christina has a question. Let me
Okay.
look up. She usually lurks. She's using Dream Thing and got scared, asked to have dreams stopped, but now can't get them to start again. What can she do? And Christina, I hope you're still lurking. Hope you're still here.
Well, it's important to kind of, look at the fear of what made you choose to ask to stop them in the first place. Make sure that you've looked at that thoroughly, because your guides will respect you and what you've asked for. So they want to respect your process. So check out and see what it was about that brought that fear on in the first place, and fully understand it. Wrap your mind around it. Know that these are just dreams and these are just messages. You know what I mean, like coming through. And it might seem really scary, but it's just talking about kind of either preparing, giving you a message of some sort, or a deeper understanding of something. So because someone might, and talk about fear. I mean, someone might dream that they're being followed all the time. I'm being followed in my dreams all the time. I'm totally being followed, and someone's after me, like they're going to kill me. Well, in reality, it's just that they just can't even keep up with the bills right now. Right. So in their true life, they can't keep up with the bills. Like it's like something, it's always, you know what I mean? And this is what's coming out in their dreams about it. And so even though the dreams can be so absolutely horrifyingly scary, like someone's after me to kill me all the time, in reality, it's just that you feel like you can never get on top of your bills. And so, taking a look at making some changes there or whatever. But so take a look at the fear and then put out a new intention. Just say, I would like to open back up this communication now.
And like what we talked about earlier too, with the dreams, try if possible. I guess it's easier said than done, but try to not take that passive role, like the way Andrew explained it earlier. Your dream is your dream, and make it what you can. Definitely take from it what you can. But when you get in those scary situations, sometimes you can just walk away, and that's possible. It can be done.
Yeah.
You don't have to take whatever is happening in the dream, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, set your intention before you go to sleep. Say a safe space, safe dreams, nothing scary.
Yeah.
You can sage around your bed and do all
Mhm.
and do whatever you need to do to create ceremony and safety for yourself as well. That all helps. Yeah, Deanne's cards are in the mail. She's all good. There's 3 other people that I'm waiting to hear from. I need your addresses.
Well, ladies, that was fun.
That was awesome.
Super
loved it.
fun.
And everybody had great input in the chat. I just love doing these. I think these are so much fun to do. And
Spirit whisperer.
oh, what'd he say? Ran out to the mailbox to get my Freebird cards, then realized it was Sunday and just ordered them yesterday.
Nightmare.
Wake up!
But they are in the mail. Yours are in the mail.
Is it a holiday for you guys tomorrow, President's Day?
Oh.
Is that tomorrow? Is that a stat holiday or?
We don't
No?
observe it in my world here. I don't
No?
think it's a national.
Not a national.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if they do that anymore, like where you actually get the day off. That's
I think they swapped it out for something else. I think it used to be, and then they
used to be.
swapped it for something else. We had to do a trade out. I don't remember what it is.
It's a good day to buy a mattress. Smiling.
President's Day sale. Yes.
Awesome. Well,
Bank holiday.
Well, happy Family Day in
Thank
Canada
you.
tomorrow. That's awesome.
Yes, happy Family Day.
A holiday for some of us, Wayne says. Seascape's off. So I guess some people get it off. And some people get like the Friday off before. So it makes it I don't know.
Gotcha.
We get Thursday and Friday off for Fiesta de los Vaqueros Rodeo week here in Tucson. Awesome.
Okay. Right on. Well, ladies, it's been fun. Andrea, thank you so much for.
Thank you. What a pleasure. And thanks everyone in the chat.
And come back when you feel like it.
All right. Thank you.
The door is open. Always.
Thanks
And
for
Debbie,
having us. Thanks.
I always love doing this with you, so that's a given. But yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Let's go dream. Let's go dream.
Have some good dreams tonight, everybody.
Yes, everybody go night-night now.
Night.
And let us know what happened. We love you guys, so have a good night.